Good morning again, Yellow Van fans. We are on another trip. This is just a quick trip on a long weekend. We're just going down to Yellowstone for the day. So we wanted to show you guys what it's like in Yellowstone in the fall, because it's a lot different than it is in the summertime. So we'll be showing you that today. We just got into West Yellowstone and we're just about to head into the park.
Going to Yellowstone for my birthday trip. Shopping. I'll go Yellowstone. See animals.
Right, we just got into the park. We are headed down to do the mud pots, but we're doing the Firehole Canyon Drive first. Alright, we have arrived at the fountain paint pots. I think I misspoke and said we were going to the mud pots, but we're at the fountain paint pots right now. And it's just about 33 degrees out here, so it's a little chilly, so we've bundled up a little bit here. And that's just kind of how fall is around here. It starts getting cold pretty early. Alright, we have arrived at the Grand Prismatic Spring now, and this is our first example of why it's good to visit Yellowstone in the fall. You can see here that this parking lot has quite a few cars in it. But if you come in the late spring or early summer, you're going to find this place completely full and not be able to park. The road up there will be completely full, and it will be backed up all the way down the road.
A rainbow.
A rainbow one?
Yeah.
Yeah, should we go see it? Right, we have arrived at Biscuit Basin. We're just going to go do the little walk on the boardwalks out here. The sun has really come out now, so it's starting to warm up quite a bit. Okay, so now we are at the Old Faithful Grill. We just watched the Beehive Geyser erupt, which was really cool. And we're at the Old Faithful, no, what's it called? The Geyser Grill?
Geyser
The Geyser Grill at the Old Faithful Snow Lodge. This is like the only place that's open right now in the fall to get some food. So if you're coming, just check on that, because there's not a lot of food or lodging options here right now.
I eat lunch.
You're going to eat lunch?
Yeah.
We got to see the Old Faithful Geyser going, and now we are here at Gibbon Falls to check that out.
Wait, that way.
That way? To what? What are you going to?
I see they don't
What do you see?
Waffle.
finished up in Yellowstone and we are on our way back home now. We drove up through the north entrance of the park to get out, and we had a pretty good day there in Yellowstone. Just one day here, and we're here right in the middle of October for context. So Megan, what did you think of going to Yellowstone in the fall?
It was really nice. It was not crowded at all. We got to do all of our favorite things, all of the super popular things, and we did all of them within just a couple of hours.
Yeah, so it didn't take nearly as long as it normally does, so that was nice. It's just much easier to get around the park without the crowds of vehicles. It's much easier to park in the parking lots. We had no trouble parking in any parking lot. That's probably the biggest benefit, but there's also some other reasons to go in the fall. One is wildlife are pretty active. Now, the part where we were, which is kind of the popular geyser portion, doesn't have so many animals because a lot of them have moved out. But when we drove out through the north end, we started to see lots more. And if we'd headed over into Lamar Valley, I'm sure we would have seen a ton more. But we just didn't have time to do that today.
The weather was really good. It was very, very cold in the morning, so we had to wear lots of layers, but by, I don't know, our second or third hike, we didn't need like our winter coats and everything.
Yep.
And it was fun to see, because we were there so early in the morning, there was a lot of like mist and fog from the geothermal features because the air was so cold.
Yeah. So we weren't like super early in the morning. But
Yeah,
you're
no,
saying
we
that
were
the
just
early
there.
morning is later in the fall, right? So
Yeah, we were there at 9. We
9.
got in at 9.
yeah. And so there was still lots of mist hanging around, which gave it kind of a different feel and vibe. And by the time midday had come around, it had all burned off, and then it was clear. We did the fountain paint pots, we did the Grand Prismatic Spring, we did Biscuit Basin, and we did the Old Faithful area. We got to see, I think, 4 geysers go off, so that was pretty cool too. And not crowded. I mean, there were lots of people at Old Faithful, but not at all like it is during the summertime. So what was your favorite thing that you did this time, Megan?
I really liked seeing Beehive Geyser go off. We had never seen that one go off before, and the ranger was saying that it goes higher and lasts longer than Old Faithful does, so that was really cool to be able to see.
Yeah.
And I also really liked Biscuit Basin this time.
I did too. I really liked seeing that Beehive Geyser too, because we hadn't seen that before, and it was just really high, shooting way up in the air, so that was really cool to see. Okay, now let's ask the girls what they liked. Lucy, what was your favorite thing at Yellowstone this time?
My favorite thing again was Old Faithful and the Beehive Geyser. I liked seeing them go off.
What was your favorite thing at Yellowstone?
Wawa.
You like seeing the water?
Yeah. Apples are colors and a Wawa.
Nice. Did you see any animals?
Yeah.
What did you see?
I'm a big oak.
Big elk?
Yeah. Bull elk.
Anything else?
I'm a baby and mommy eats grass. The elk eats grass.
All right. Is that it?
Yeah.
So, before going to Yellowstone in the fall, we, like I said, we're there in mid-October, so we were probably just a little bit late on getting like a lot of the color. A lot of the color in Yellowstone in the fall is actually in the grasses because there aren't a lot of deciduous trees in Yellowstone. It's mostly evergreens. So we were probably just a little bit late on the color. I think if we'd been here maybe first week of October, that would have been nice and more things would have been open. We had to eat lunch at the Geyser Grill, which, not the best place to eat in Yellowstone. It wasn't super good, but at least it was open. But that was basically it for what was open. A lot of things start closing in October, so if you go earlier in October, you'd probably still miss the crowds, have a little bit better color, and then be able to have more kind of amenities be open too. But I don't think there's only one campground left open at this point, because you really can't do a lot of camping in Yellowstone this time of year because you don't know what the weather might be doing. Anything else you want to say about that? Okay, that's it. Yellowstone in the fall.